Hello and welcome to this week's Step into Freedom podcast, where it's all about helping you create the results that you want. I'm Cledra Gross, your host, speaker, author, and master life coach. So I am continuing this month's topic, conquering the habit of self-sabotage. And this week, I want to talk about what is the real cost? What's the price of us having self-sabotaging habits? Because at the end of the day, no one comes to any funeral and applauds someone to say, oh my gosh, did you see her? She finally reached her goal weight. Look at her abs. You know, it's bigger than how we look. It's bigger than how much money we can make. This is about our life. And so there are 5 things that I want to bring to your attention that we pay the price with these 5 things by not conquering this habit of self-sabotage. And the first one is our ability to hear from God. Our ability to hear from God. So how does self-sabotage compromise our ability to hear from God? I want you to think about the last time you overate, or maybe you had too much to drink, or you stayed up too late, or you binge watched something on Netflix. When we are indulging in these sabotaging habits, we don't have the ability to hear that still, quiet voice to guide us. And I know for me, I used to overeat a lot in response to stressful times in life. If I had a bad day at work, when I was going through my divorce, I binged my way through most of it. So the first thing that we pay the price of compromising when we have the habit is our ability to hear clearly from God. The second thing is time. Time. At the end of the day, that's the one thing we can't get back. And I was reminded of this recently. I was talking to my life coach. Every coach needs a coach. And I was going on and on about how I had invested $3,000 with this lady who was going to take one of my courses and promote it. And maybe you can think back to a time where you invested in something and the person did not deliver the results that they had promised. And so I was really frustrated, and I was talking about how I was going to confront her again. And my coach said something to me. She said, you know what, Cledra? And I want you to really think about this in your life. It is bad that she didn't do what she promised and that you invested the $3,000. But what's worse is you are allowing her to take more of your time. And so that's what I really want to wake you up to this week. How much of your time are you giving to something that's over? How much of your time are you focused on someone that you want or wish they would do something differently, but they're not? They have a history of not doing things the way you would like for them to do. So that's the second thing. That's the second price that we pay when we don't take the time to conquer our self-sabotaging habits. We pay the price of time, our valuable life minutes. The third is peace, peace of mind. When we are arguing with our reality, and what I mean by that is we are wishing things are different than the way they are, we lose our peace. And I'm not saying that everything is so easy to accept. At the time of this video, it's actually my dad's birthday. And if you don't know, my dad passed away 5 years ago. And so this is my 5th year of learning how to deal with his physical absence. But the thing that it has made me so awake to is how precious time is and how precious my peace of mind is with every life minute that I have. And so I want you to think about how self-sabotage, you pay the price of peace. Number 4, purpose. As we are going through life, every season requires a different purpose for us. There was a season where college was your purpose. There was a season, maybe if you're a mother, that was your purpose. There was a season where, caring for aging parents, maybe that was your purpose. But every season ushers in a different purpose. But when we are sabotaging ourselves, whether it's with doubt, whether it's with worry, fear, or the habits of the overs, I call them over drinking, overeating, oversleeping, overindulging. Those things rob us of our purpose because our purpose requires us to be intentional each day to take the consistent action to fulfill the purpose of this season. All right. So the 5th and final one, prosperity. And I don't mean just financial prosperity, but life prosperity, spiritual prosperity. When we are sabotaging ourselves, getting in our own way, then the commentary in our mind, the chatter in our mind is all about, I shouldn't have eaten that, or I should have gone to the gym, or this week I should have worked on my business, or this week I shouldn't have called him, or this week I should have made those travel arrangements. We have a lot of shoulds. And so it robs us of spiritual prosperity. And when we don't have spiritual prosperity, it goes back to number one, and our inability to hear from God, then it also compromises financial prosperity. So to summarize, the 5 things that we pay the price of compromising in our life when we don't invest in conquering self-sabotage: ability to hear from God, time, precious life minutes, peace, purpose, and prosperity. So that's what I have for you this week. I don't want you to take it lightly that, it's just this one time. Oh, it was just this one weekend. This is your life you're talking about. So that's what I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to get feedback from you. And if you are ready to take this work deeper and to do the intentional thought work that's required for you to create the results that you want in your life, I would love to have you in the Freedom Academy. I have a proven system to help you create the results that you want. So join the Freedom Academy today, and you can get immediate access to coaching with me. I cannot wait to see you in the Freedom Academy. And if not, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.